Look at human hair. Some people have hair that falls perfectly straight. Others have loose waves that flow down gently. Some have tight curls that form distinct patterns. And some hair grows in dense, spring-like coils. At first glance, this seems like decoration. It feels like a simple, cosmetic difference. But hair is not just an aesthetic feature. It sits on the most critical body part. That place is your head, where the brain lives. Why did humans end up with these variations? Was this diverse evolution completely random? Was it driven entirely by ancient climates? Was it meant for sun protection? Or does it hide an older evolutionary story? Before asking about straight or coiled hair, we must ask a stranger question. Why did humans keep hair on their heads at all? Our bodies are highly unusual compared to primates. Most primates are covered in thick, protective fur. In contrast, humans look almost completely naked. Instead of fur, our bodies sweat a lot. Sweat helped our ancestors release intense heat. They needed this while walking under the sun. They needed this while hunting and gathering. Less body hair made this cooling system effective. When sweat evaporates, it carries heat away. Thick fur traps that heat inside instead. Fur also blocks evaporation from the skin. Losing body fur helped humans stay very active. It allowed them to survive hot environments. But the head remained a dangerous exception. Losing protection there could become deadly. Under the scalp lies the human brain. The brain is an incredibly expensive organ. It uses a massive amount of body energy. It constantly produces internal metabolic heat. Furthermore, the brain cannot handle overheating. Our ancestors moved through open, hot environments. Therefore, the head needed a unique solution. The solution was not thick body fur. It was targeted protection from the sun. This gives us our very first clue. Scalp hair was never just about beauty. It helped shade the vulnerable head. It reduced direct solar heat gain significantly. It protected the sensitive skin beneath it. But another mystery appears right here. Why does hair look so completely different? Why did one body produce straight hair? Why did others develop waves and curls? Why did some develop dense, tight coils? This is where the story gets interesting. Hair does not sit like a hat. It grows directly from living skin. It changes how sunlight reaches the scalp. It changes how air moves around. It changes how heat is released. Different textures behave differently under the sun. Recent research tested this exact idea. Scientists utilized thermal models of human heads. They tested many different hair textures. The results revealed something highly specific. Tightly curled hair reduces solar heat best. One major reason for this is shape. Dense coils lift hair away from skin. This creates a protective insulating space. The space acts like a cooling layer. The hair blocks intense, direct sunlight. But it does not lie completely flat. It does not act like a blanket. The scalp can remain shaded and cool. The head can still release heat easily. In hot environments, this really mattered. It is not about one superior type. It is about solving specific environmental problems. Tightly curled hair protected early human brains. It reduced the sweat needed for cooling. That is a powerful evolutionary idea. Modern style was once a survival tool. Imagine an early human walking for hours. There was no hat or air conditioning. There was only skin, sweat, and hair. Hair shape affected heat reaching the scalp. Tiny differences repeated over many generations. These small changes became incredibly important. But we must be very careful here. Hair type is not a simple map. You cannot easily explain a person's ancestry. Evolution is never that clean or simple. Human variation is incredibly messy and complex. Human groups moved and mixed constantly. They split apart and met again later. Some traits spread because they were useful. Some changed purely because of random chance. Some became common in small founder groups. Some were shaped by what people preferred. Climate is only part of the story. Straight hair is common in East Asia. Specific gene variants cause this thicker texture. But straight hair has multiple complex causes. It involves cold climates and population history. It involves genetic drift and sexual selection. Wavy and curly hair also appear everywhere. There is no perfect ladder of evolution. The real answer lives at several levels. It includes environment, migration, and biology. Now we can go beneath the skin. A hair fiber is produced by a follicle. The follicle is a tiny living structure. The shape and angle decide the texture. Even growth creates a straight hair fiber. Uneven growth creates a curved hair fiber. A round fiber tends to be straight. An oval fiber curls much more easily. Think of a ribbon that curves naturally. Tiny growth differences create big shape changes. Yet there is no single magic gene. Hair texture is influenced by many genes. They affect thickness, diameter, and structure. That is why siblings have different hair. It is why hair changes after puberty. It shifts with hormones, age, and health. Human hair types form a wide spectrum. They do not fit four perfect boxes. Biology does not respect our neat labels. A single head contains different patterns. External factors like humidity also change it. The answer is not just one thing. It is not simply because of sun. It is all forces interacting for millennia. Something meant for protection became an identity. Your hair is a deep, living record.